is the Man in Black, here to introduce Columbia's program, Suspense. Tonight, as we premiere our new Saturday evening series on the air, Miss Agnes Moorehead returns to our stage to appear in The Study of Terror by Lucille Fletcher called Sorry, Wrong Number. The story of a woman who accidentally overheard a conversation with death and who strove frantically to prevent murder from claiming an innocent victim is being repeated by a popular request as tonight's tale of suspense. Now, if you've been with us before, you'll know that suspense is a compound of mystery and suspicion and dangerous adventure. In this series are tales calculated to intrigue you, to stir your nerves, to offer a precarious situation and then withhold the situation until the last moment possible. Now, and so it is time, with the story Sorry Wrong Number and the performance of Miss Agnes Moorehead, we again hope to keep you in suspense.
Oh dear.
Your call?
Hello, operator. I've been dialing Murray Hill 7-0093 for the past 3/4 of an hour, and it's been busy the entire time. I simply don't see how it could be busy that long. Would you try it for me, please?
I'll be glad to dial that number for you. One moment, please.
Well, I don't see how it could be busy this long. It's my husband's office. He's working late tonight, and I'm all alone here in the house. I don't feel very well, and I've been so nervous all day.
Ringing Murray Hill 7-0093.
Hello? Hello? Is Mr. Stevenson there?
Hey, George.
Yes, sir. This is George speaking.
I'm with the client.
Ah, good. Is everything okay? Is the
Hello?
case clear for tonight?
What
Yeah,
number
George,
am I
the coast is
calling,
clear.
please?
Where are you?
I'm in a phone booth. Don't worry, everything's okay.
Alright. Know the address?
Yeah, I know. At 11 o'clock, the private patrolman goes around the bar on 2nd Avenue for a beer.
That's right, 11 o'clock.
Yeah, make sure that all the lights downstairs are out.
Alright, yeah. There's only one light visible from the street.
Yeah, I know. At 11:15, a train crosses the bridge. It makes a noise in case the window's open. She should scream. Alright, I understand. I'll tell you. That's 11:15. The train?
Alright. You got everything?
Yeah, make it quick, as little blood as possible. Because client does not wish to make a suffer long.
Oh, hello?
Can you use a knife?
Yes, knife will be okay. If afterwards I remove the rings and the bracelets and the jewelry and the bureau drawer, because client wishes to make it look like a simple robbery. Don't worry, everything's okay. I never met.
Oh, how awful! How unspeakably awful!
Your call, please?
Operator, I've just been cut off.
What number were you calling?
Well, I was trying to call Murray Hill 7-0093, but I was cut into a wrong number. Some wires must have been crossed and, well, I've just heard the most dreadful thing. Something about a murder and, well, we simply got to retrace the call immediately.
I beg your pardon? How can I help you?
Oh, I know it was a wrong number and I had no business listening in, but, oh, these two men, they were cold-blooded fiends. They're planning to murder some poor, innocent woman who's all alone in a house by a bridge and, well, we've just got to...
What number were you calling?
Well, that doesn't matter. This was a wrong number, and you dialed it for me. And we've got to find out what it was immediately.
What number were you calling?
Oh, why are you so stupid? What time is it? Do you mean to tell me you can't retrace that call just now?
I'll connect you with the chief operator.
Oh, I think it's perfectly shameful. Now, look. It was obviously a case of some little slip of the finger. I told you to dial Murray Hill 7-0093. You dialed it, but your finger must have slipped, and I was connected with some wrong number. Well, I could hear them, but they couldn't hear me. I simply failed to see why you couldn't make the same mistake again, but this time on purpose. Perhaps if you dialed the number in the same sort of careless manner.
Murray Hill 7-0093.
Oh, yes.
I'll try to get it for you. One moment.
Thank you, thank you. Oh. Operator! 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 Operator!
Your call, please?
You didn't try to get the wrong number at all. I explicitly asked you, and all you did was dial correctly.
I'm sorry, what number are you calling?
Well, can't you, for once, forget what number I'm dialing and do something for me? Now, I want to trace that call. It's my civic duty, and it's your civic duty to trace that call and apprehend those two dangerous killers. And if you won't, well then
I'll connect you with the chief operator.
Please. Oh dear.
This is the chief operator.
Oh, chief operator. I want you to trace a call. A telephone call. Immediately. Now, I don't know where it came from, and I don't know who it was, but it's absolutely necessary that it be tracked down. It was about a murder that someone's planning. A terrible, cold-blooded murder happening tonight at 11:15.
I see.
Well, can you trace it for me? Can you track down those men?
I'm not certain. It depends.
Depends on what?
Depends on whether or not the call is still going on. If it's a live call, we can trace it with our equipment. If it's been disconnected, we cannot.
Disconnected?
If the people have stopped talking to each other.
Well, of course they must have stopped talking to each other. That's been well over 5 minutes ago by now, and, well, they didn't sound like the...
Well, I can try to trace it for you. May I have your name, please?
Oh, Mrs. Stevenson. Mrs. Albert Stevenson. But listen.
Number, please.
Plaza 4-2295. Now, if you go on wasting time like this, we'll never...
Why do you want this call traced, please?
What? Well, no reason. I mean, I merely felt very strongly that something ought to be done about this. These men sounded like killers. I mean, they're dangerous. They're going to kill this poor, innocent woman, and, well, I simply thought the police ought to know.
Have you reported this to the police?
Well, no, not yet.
So you want to check this call purely as a private individual?
Yes, but meanwhile,
I'm sorry, Mrs. Stevenson, but I'm afraid we cannot check this call.
Oh, for heaven's sake! You mean to tell me I can't report that there's going to be a murder without going through all of this red tape? Huh. Well, that's just perfectly idiotic. All right. I suppose I'll call the police.
Thank you. I'm sure that's a wonderful option.
Perfectly ridiculous. The thought of it. I can't see why I have to go through all of this trouble. Oh.
Your call, please?
The police department. Get me the police department immediately, please.
Thank you.
Oh dear, do you have to dial it? Can't you call directly?
In the police department.
Police station, precinct 43, Sergeant Martin speaking.
Police department. Oh, this is Mrs. Stevenson. Mrs. Albert Smythe Stevenson of 53 North Sutton Place. I'm calling to report a murder. I mean, well, the murder hasn't been committed yet, but I heard the murder being planned over a telephone call. It was a wrong number the operator connected me to. I've been trying to trace down the call myself, but, oh, everybody is so stupid. stupid. And I guess in the end, you folks are the only ones who can do anything about it.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, it was a perfectly definite murder. I heard their plans distinctly. Two men were talking and they were going to murder some woman at 11:15 tonight. Are you listening to me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and there was a private patrolman on the street, and he was going to go around for a beer on 2nd Avenue. Did you get that? 2nd Avenue. And there was some third man, a client, who was paying to have this poor woman murdered. They were going to take her rings and her bracelets and use a knife. Well, it's unnerved me dreadfully, I'll tell you that. And, well, I'm not well, and I feel so nervous, and
I see. And when did this take happen?
well, it was about 8 minutes ago. Oh, then you can do something?
Ma'am, what is your name?
Mrs. Stevenson, Mrs. Albert Stevenson.
Okay, Miss Stevenson, what is your address?
53 North Sutton Place. 53 North Sutton Place. Well, now that I think about it, that's near a bridge. The Queensboro Bridge. You know, and we have a private patrolman on our street.
And ma'am, what was the number that you were trying to call?
Murray Hill 7-0093, but that wasn't the number I overheard. Well, I mean, Murray Hill 7-0093 is my husband's office. Well, he's working late tonight, and I was trying to reach him to ask him to come home. You see, I'm an invalid, and it's my maid's night off, and I just hate being alone in the house. Even though he says I'm perfectly safe as long as I have the telephone right beside
Well,
my
we'll
bed.
look into it, Miss Stevenson. We'll check in with the telephone company.
I've already taken care of all of that.
Oh, you have?
Yes. And personally, I feel you ought to do something more immediate and drastic than just check the call. What good does checking the call do if they've stopped talking? By the time you've tracked it down, they'll have already committed the murder.
Well, we'll take care of it. Don't you worry.
Well, I'd say the whole thing calls for a search, a complete and thorough search of the whole city. Now, I'm very near a bridge, and I'm not far from 2nd Avenue, and I know I'd feel a whole lot better if you sent around a radio car to this neighborhood at once.
And what makes you think the murder's going to happen in your neighborhood, ma'am?
Well, I don't know. It's just that it's such a horrible coincidence. 2nd Avenue, the patrolman, the bridge.
2nd Avenue is a very long street, ma'am, and you know how many bridges there are in the city.
Well, yes, I know.
Not to mention Brooklyn, Staten Island, Queens, and the Bronx.
Well, I know that.
How do you know they're even talking about New York at all?
But I heard the call on the New York dialing
How
system.
do you know there's not just some little house on Staten Island on some little 2nd Avenue you never heard of?
Oh, don't.
And telephones are funny things. Look, lady, suppose you hadn't broken into the line and you had gotten into your husband like you always do. You wouldn't be so upset, would you?
Well, no. I suppose not. Only it sounded so inhuman. So cold-blooded.
A lot of murders are plotted in the city every day, ma'am. We managed to take care of almost all of them. But a clue of this kind is so vague. Pretty much as useless as no clue at all.
Oh, but surely
Unless, of course, you have some reason for thinking this call was phony and someone actually was planning to murder you.
Me? Oh no. No, I hardly think so. I mean, why should anybody? I'm alone all day and night. I see nobody except my maid, Eloise, and, well, she's a big girl. She weighs over 200 pounds, and she's too lazy to even bring my breakfast tray up the stairs. And, well, other than that, there's my husband, Albert. He's crazy about me. He adores me. He waits on me hand and foot, and, well, he's scarcely left my side since I fell ill 12 years ago now?
and then there's nothing for you to worry about. Now, if you'll just leave the rest of us, we'll take care of it.
Oh, but what will you do? It's so late. Boy, it's nearly 11 now.
We'll take care of it, lady.
Will you broadcast it all over the city? And send out squads? And tell the radio cars to keep alert, especially in suspicious neighborhoods like mine?
Lady, I said we'd take care of it. Now, if you don't mind, I have a couple of other matters here on my desk I need to take care of. They require immediate attention. Good night, ma'am. Thank you.
Ugh. That idiot! Oh, now why did I hang up the phone like that? Well, surely now he'll think I'm a fool. Why doesn't Albert come home? Why doesn't he? Why doesn't he come home? Oh!
Your call, please.
You ring that Murray Hill 7-0093 number again?
I will try to ring it for you.
Well, try. I can't think what's keeping him so long.
I'm sorry, Murray Hill 7-0093 is busy.
Well, I can hear it. You don't have to tell me. I know it's busy. If I could only get out of this bed for a little while. Get a breath of fresh air, lean out the window and look on the street. Hello? Albert? Hello? 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 Oh, what's the matter with this phone? Hello? 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 Oh, for heaven's sake, who is this? Hello? 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 Who is trying to call me? Why doesn't she answer?
Your call, please.
Hello, operator. I don't know what's the matter with this telephone tonight, but it's positively driving me crazy. I've never seen such inefficient, miserable service. Now, look, I'm an invalid, and I'm very nervous, and I'm not supposed to be annoyed. But I tell you, if this goes on much longer...
What's the trouble, please?
Well, everything's wrong. I haven't had one bit of satisfaction in a single call I've made all evening. The whole world could be murdered for all you people care. And now my phone keeps ringing and ringing and ringing and ringing every 5 seconds. And when I pick up, there's no one there.
I'm sorry. If you'll hang up, I'll test it for you.
Well, I don't want you to test it for me. I want you to put that call through, whatever it is, at once.
I'm afraid I can't do that.
You can't? And why? Why, may I ask?
Dial system's automatic. When someone is trying to dial your number, there's no way to check if the call is coming from the system or not, unless the person who's trying to reach you complains to his or her particular
the
operator.
Stupidin'. And meanwhile, while I sit here in my bed, suffering every time the phone rings, imagining everything and...
I'll try to check the trouble for you.
Check it! Check it! That's all anyone can do, huh? What's the use of talking to you? You're so stupid! Ugh. Oh, I'll fix her! Of all the impudent! How dare she? How dare she speak to me like that? How dare she? Hold on. Why does it take so long?
Your call, please.
Young woman, I don't know your name, but there are ways of finding that out. And I'm going to report you to your superiors for the most unpardonable rudeness and insolence it's ever been my privilege. Well, give me the business office at once.
You may dial that number direct.
Dial it direct? I'll do no such thing. I don't even know the number.
The number is in the directory, or you may secure it by dialing information.
Listen here, you... Oh, what's the use? Oh, dear. Oh, for heaven's sake. I'm going out of my mind. Out of my... Hello? Hello? Stop ringing me. Do you hear? Answer me. Who is this? Do you realize you're driving me crazy? What's calling? Who's calling me? What are you doing it for? Hello? Well, now stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Hello? Hello? Well, if you don't stop ringing me, I'm going to call the police. You hear me? The police! If only Albert would come home. Oh, let it ring. Let it go on ringing. It's a trick of some kind. I won't answer it. I won't. I won't. I won't. Even if it goes on ringing all night. Oh, you ring. Go ahead and ring. Stopped. Well, now, what's the matter? Why did they stop ringing all of a sudden? What time is it? Where did I put that clock? Oh, all right, 5 till 11. Oh, they've decided something. They're sure I'm home. They heard my voice answer them, and that's why they've been ringing me. Why no one has answered me? I'll call the operator again, okay. Oh, where is she? Why doesn't she answer? Why doesn't she answer?
Your call, please?
Where were you just now? Why didn't you answer at once? Oh, give me the police department.
I'm sorry, the line is busy. I will call you.
Busy? But that's impossible. The police department can't be busy. Oh, surely there's some other line or something.
The line is busy. I will try to get them for you later.
No. I've got to speak to them now, or it may be too late. I've got to talk to someone, anyone.
What number do you wish to speak to?
Well, I don't know. There must be someone to protect people beside the police department. A detective agency or
You'll find agencies listed in the classifieds directory.
Classified. Well, I mean, I'm too nervous to look it up, and I don't know how to use
I'll
it.
connect you with the information. Perhaps she will be able to help you.
No! Oh, you're being spiteful, aren't you? You don't care, do you, what happens to me? I could die, and you wouldn't care. Oh, stop it! Stop it! Stop it! I can't stand it anymore! Hello! What do you want? Stop ringing, will you? Stop it!
Hello, is this Plaza 42295?
Yes. I'm sorry. This is Plaza 4-2295.
This is Western Union. I have a telegram here for Miss Albert Stevenson.
I'm Mrs. Stevenson.
All right. Telegram's as follows. Miss Albert Stevenson, 53 North Sutton Place, New York. Darling, terribly sorry. Tried to get you for our last hour, but line busy. Leaving for Boston, 11 p.m. tonight on urgent business. Back tomorrow afternoon. Keep happy. Love. Signed, Albert. Do you wish us to deliver a copy of the message?
No, thank you.
Thank you, madam. Good night.
Good night. Oh, no, I don't believe it. He couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. Not when he knows I'll be all alone. It's some trick, some fiendish little trick. Some trick. Why doesn't she pick up the phone? Why doesn't she?
Your call, please?
Operator, try that Murray Hill 7-0093 number for me. Just once more, please.
You may dial that number direct.
Oh! Oh, he's gone! He's gone! Oh, Albert, how could you? How could you? How could you? Oh, how could you? How could you? I just can't. I can't be alone tonight. If I'm alone for one more minute, I'll go mad. I don't care what he says or what the expense is. I'm a sick woman. I'm entitled. Okay.
Information, may I help you?
I want the telephone number of Hinchley Hospital.
Hinchley Hospital. Do you have the street address?
No, I don't. It's somewhere in the 70s. It's a very small, private, and exclusive hospital where I had my appendix out 2 years ago. Hinchley, H-E-N-C.
One moment, please.
Please hurry. And please, what is the time?
You may find out the time by dialing Meridian.
Oh, for heaven's sake, I've no time to be dialing.
Hospital is Butterfield.
Oh, okay.
7-0105.
Butterfield 7-0105. Okay.
Hinchley Hospital, good evening.
Nurses Registry.
Who was it you wish to speak to, please?
I want the nurses registry at once. I want a trained nurse. I want to hire her immediately for the night.
And what is the nature
Well,
of the case?
nerves. I'm very nervous. I need soothing. I need companionship. Well, you see, my husband is away, and I'm...
Have you been recommended to us by any doctor in particular,
No,
madam?
but I really don't see why all this catechizing is necessary. I just want a trained nurse. I was a patient in your hospital 2 years ago. And after all, I do expect to pay this person for attending me.
We quite understand that, madam. But these are war
Well,
times, you know. Registered nurses are very scarce just now. And our superintendent has asked us to send people out only on cases where the physician in charge feels that it is...
Absolutely necessary. I'm a sick woman. I'm very upset. Very. I'm all alone in this house and I'm an invalid, okay? And tonight I overheard a telephone conversation that upset me dreadfully. In fact, if someone doesn't come at once, I'm afraid I will go out of my mind.
I see. Well, I'll talk to Miss Phillips as soon as she comes
Miss
in.
Phillips? Well, and when do you expect her in?
She went out to supper at 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock? But it's not 11 yet.
15 minutes past 11.
Oh my clock has stopped. Oh, I thought it was running down. Oh. What was that?
What, madam?
That click just now in my own telephone, as though someone had lifted the receiver off the hook of the extension telephone downstairs.
Well, I didn't hear it.
But I did hear it. There's someone in this house. Someone downstairs in the kitchen. And they're listening to me now. Oh. I won't pick it up. I won't let them hear me. Oh, but if I don't call someone right now while they're downstairs, it'll be too late.
Your call, please.
Operator, I'm in desperate trouble.
I'm sorry, I cannot hear you. Please speak louder.
No, I don't dare. There's somebody downstairs. Someone listening. Can you hear me now?
I'm sorry?
But you've got to hear me. Oh, please, you've got to help me. There's someone in this house. Someone who's going to murder me. And you've got to get in touch with... Oh, there Oh, he's coming up. He's coming up the stairs. Oh, give me the police department! The police department! The police department! Give it to me!
One moment, please. I will connect you.
I can hear him. He's nearer. I can hear him. I can hear him. He's nearer. Oh, I can hear him. I can hear him. Hurry, hurry, hurry! Oh, please hurry! Operator, please! Operator!
Police Department, Sergeant Martin speaking. 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 Police Department? Oh, yeah. Must have called the wrong number. Don't worry, everything's okay. Thanks.
And so closes Sorry Wrong Number, starring Miss Agnes Moorehead, tonight's tale of suspense. This is your narrator, the Man in Black, who conveys to you Columbia's invitation to spend this half hour in suspense with us again. Next Saturday, we'll have another starring Hollywood cast, headed by Miss Loris Costello with Martin Koslick, Ian Wolfe, and George Zuko. The producer of these broadcasts is William Spear, with Ted Bliss, the director, Lud Gluskin, and the musical director, Lucille Fletcher. The author collaborated on tonight's suspense.